Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
Really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 213 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you. Meteorologist Marcus Bailey in Indianapolis, Indiana. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend. It was so nice to get out of the freezer a little bit. Man, Friday, cold. Saturday morning was pretty cold. Saturday afternoon was so much better. And we're going to continue to kind of climb the ladder here. This is going to be refreshing. Look, we're still going to be cool. All right, it is winter time. But when you're coming off a couple of weeks, when you're sub-zero for lows and not even making it out of the single digits for highs for several days, this is going to be a welcome change. There's going to be some good stuff heading our way. So we're going to talk about this nice little warm-up we have in the forecast and much, much more as we kind of head through the final days of January. We're going to be flipping to February before you know it. We'll talk all about it in the week ahead for January 27th, 2025. That's next on Weather Week. Okay, let's get to it here. We'll start with Monday, the 27th. Really a quiet day. And I think a lot of this pattern is going to be a little quiet as well. We're going to be kind of in a transitional phase. And so I don't think the hangups for many of the days this week are going to be precipitation chances. It's going to be melting of snow for sure, because there's still plenty of it on the ground. I know there's plenty in my yard. So there could be some minor flooding issues. I think it's going to be, you're going to have some days, not all days, it'll get a little gusty. And I think Monday will be one of those days. It's going to be very dry. I think it's going to be very bright. But I do think it gets a little blustery at times. You could get gusts around 25 to 35 miles per hour. So, not the most pleasant of days, but we're still going to, warm things up nicely. We're going to be above average. I've got highs into the lower 40s for Monday afternoon. But it is going to be, again, a little breezy throughout the day. I also think the winds will probably continue for much of the overnight. All right. Like a lot of times you'll get in situations where the winds stay gusty during the day. It's all heated or fueled by the day, and then they kind of subside at night. I don't think that's going to be this situation. I think it stays kind of breezy during the overnight too. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if it's going to be high enough that you're going to be blowing over trash cans and that kind of stuff. But things that aren't significantly weighted down, on your property, just be aware of it, okay? Overnight lows then falling to the low 30s as we head into your Monday night. Let's go to Tuesday, the 28th. Again, continued breezy, sustained winds 10 to 20, gusts up to 30. I do think you're still going to get a lot of sunshine, though. In fact, with this wind, because we are in a transitional phase, we're just going to continue to warm things up. I've got highs in the mid-40s. Now that's in the metro area. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't see a few communities maybe sneaking in to close to 50 down south. All right, now you probably have to go southern portions of central Indiana, places like Bedford and Seymour to probably have a good chance at that. But I think 50 is in reach for parts of the state. Overnight lows into the mid-30s, clear, and again, it kind of stays breezy. You're going to have a kind of a prolonged period of some breezy conditions. Wednesday, kind of the same thing, mostly sunny, highs in the mid and upper 40s. Again, we'll have some areas that could flirt with 50 degrees Wednesday, and then overnight lows into the mid-20s. Thursday, then, again, no significant changes. We are going to have a cold front that will move through on Thursday. That's the 30th. Could drop the temperature slightly, but I just really don't see I think you're going to notice that probably in the overnight. As I mentioned, Wednesday night's lows are going to be in the 20s. But I think we're going to bounce back to the low to mid 40s Thursday afternoon. So not a significant dip. Friday, the 31st, last day of the month. There are some low precip chances that I'm going to throw in there. There's been some hints that a weekend system that we feel a little bit more confident that we're going to be seeing some precipitation for the weekend. Initially, this was speeding it up, kind of bringing it in as early as Friday. It's now a lot of the projections are slowing it down and kind of holding off till Saturday. So I'll mention that there may be a chance for some precip on Friday. If that happens, it's probably going to be later in the day. And Friday's highs are going to be into the mid 40s. So again, pretty mild for this time of year, about almost 10 degrees above average. Rain will then, I think, really start to fill in as we go into the weekend. Weekend looks soggy both days. Right now, it looks like we're going to be warm enough that it's going to be rain. Looks like we're going to be on the warm side of this system. And we may even see highs near 50 degrees. So, good thing. A lot of our snow is going to melt. Our ground is still obviously going to be frozen. And so, already saturated up top. Hopefully we're going to have some days where if we get some good melting, we got days in the 40s. That should, and sunshine too, that should really, really cut down on some of the snowpack around our area. And I'm hopeful that a lot of it's going to be melted by the time this rain comes in. So Saturday looks kind of soggy. I think we'll kind of linger it on into Sunday, but there's no real significant signs that we're going to get a big cold snap or something like that as we go into the next several days. In fact, if you want to go beyond this upcoming weekend, we do kind of scale. We'll be in the mid 40s. I think both Saturday and Sunday is what the national blend. Now I know I said that the forecast I'm calling for is probably around 50. The national blended model is going around 47 both Saturday and Sunday. So I think we can bump it up to 50. I think we'll be close to that on Monday as well of next week. And then there's some hints by the 4th and the 5th. So that's next Tuesday, next Wednesday, that we may see the numbers kind of fall back to the lower 40s, but that's still going to be above average. And so and thankfully, I don't see any signs in the near term that we're going to have, that Arctic cold. Just kind of looking at some of the longer range ensembles that go out, through the first week or so of February. I mean, I'm just kind of perusing right now as we speak. A little bit of a cooling trend by maybe the 9th and the 10th, but again, not going to get that core of Arctic air coming in here. Hopefully we're done with that for the year. I know we get our bouts even through March, but hopefully we've kind of, we've turned that corner a little bit that we won't have to deal with, there's just the, oh my goodness, dangerous cold for long durations of time. Hopefully. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll keep you updated on that. In terms of rainfall, before we kind of go to break here, I did want to give you the 7-day output and why there might be some minor concerns for flooding. I mean, we got a lot of snow on the ground still. It is going to melt. Hopefully it's gradual this week. And then by the weekend, again, with precip chances, models are indicating anywhere between a half an inch to an inch, which that's a decent amount, especially when you have a frozen ground. We're going to be above freezing finally for a while here for the next several days, but it's going to take much more than that to kind of, we're frozen pretty deep into the ground. So that water doesn't have anywhere to go, so it's going to run off. And then there's ice jams in some of these creeks and streams that take a while to melt, so that can create some flooding issues. So again, I'm not overly concerned with it. It's just something that, to monitor if you are kind of in a flood prone area. All right. So that's all I got for this week's forecast. Coming up next, we'll look ahead to the 8 to 14 day outlook and look at some climate stats as well. That's all next here on Weather. All right, let's put the wraps up on this one here. Let's go through climate stats real quick. I want to start with precipitation, then we'll go to snowfall. For the month, 1.11 inches of rainfall, or liquid equivalent, if you will. That is down about 1.5 inches. since December 1st, which is the beginning of meteorological winter, 5.84. That's actually up a third. So we're in good shape there. Now, snowfall. 12.1 inches of snow. That is 4.9 above the average. Last year, this time we had 4.1. Since December 1st, 13 inches of snow. That is actually down a half an inch now. Last year at this time, we only had 4.2. And then for the snow season, so this dates back to July 1st, because we did have snow in November, 16.3. We are up 1.8 against the average. And again, last year at this time, we had 4.2. Just a quick note for the snow, since I don't anticipate right now that we will have any more accumulating snow for the month of January 2025, if the numbers hold, and it looks like it will be the 22nd snowiest winter on record, and it is the snowiest since 2014 when we had that record-breaking winter. That's when we had 26.9 inches. That was one of the higher Januaries we had. It was, didn't beat 78. It was the second snowiest. I believe it was just thinking off the top of my head, the coldest winter on record that year. So it's been a little while, right? It's been 11 years since we've had a snowmaker like this. In fact, it's only the second time we've had double-digit snowfall accumulation for the month of January since that point. The only other year we did that was 2019 when we had 11.7 inches of snowfall. So there you go. It's been pretty busy. Let's do the 8 to 14 day outlook. This would be for February 2nd through the 8th. I kind of mentioned that, we're briefly going to warm things up and then we might cool things down by the 9th. And the 8 to 14 day map is reflecting that. If you ever check out the Climate Prediction Center's website, it has us like in a very thin strip of near normal temperatures with warmer temperatures of the east and then a good chance for colder temperatures of the west. So we'll probably tap into some of those below average temperatures by the middle of the month. So next time you and I talk, if the models continue to trend the way they are, that there might be a sign that February might be a little chilly, not bone-chilling cold, but running a little cooler than normal. And same time frame, 8 to 14 day precip outlook looks to be above normal. All right. And the February outlook, again, I kind of mentioned this last week. It was issued on the 16th. Equal chances for temperature to go either way. So no strong signals there, but pretty strong signals that it could be a wet month. Pretty strong signals for above average precipitation coming up for the month of February. All right. Thank you so much for checking out this week's podcast. Of course, we always love to hear your feedback. You can shoot me an email anytime at marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. You can also reach me on social media. Marcus Bailey Weather is what you search for on Facebook, and then at Marcus Bailey on X and Instagram. And I think it's also at Marcus Bailey Weather on TikTok as well. So you can shoot me messages there. I'm usually pretty good about trying to get back with you guys. Let's see. What else? Oh, you can also get our forecast 24 hours a day on our website, wishtv.com/weather. And, of course, with our free Storm Track 8 weather app, you have to look up Wish TV Weather, in the App Store to make sure that pops up for you on the very top there. Also, you can get my forecast on the TV side locally in central Indiana on Channel 8 Wish TV from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV online at wishtv.com, and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.